If you've ever thought parenting teens was tough, wait until you hear what happened to one mom who discovered her son's girlfriend had quietly been taking his clothes, including something far more important than a hoodie. This story spirals into a mix of young love, parental worry, awkward confrontations, and secrets no one saw coming. Before we begin, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more incredible stories like this. Lena Andrews never thought anything unusual was happening in her house. She was a practical, easygoing mom, never the type to overreact. Her 16-year-old son, Evan, had always been responsible, polite, and calmer than most kids his age. So, when he told her one afternoon that he had a new girlfriend, Lena assumed it was the typical, sweet, harmless teenage romance. Her first reaction had been a warm smile, a little teasing, and maybe a raised eyebrow. "Oh, and what's her name?" she'd asked, folding laundry while Evan tried not to blush. "Her name is Maya," he'd muttered, avoiding her eyes as though just saying the name made his stomach flip. "She's in my history class." Lena didn't push for more. She believed teenagers needed a little privacy to figure themselves out. She simply smiled, told him she was happy for him, and returned to her chores. Although deep inside, she felt that quiet spark. All mothers feel when they see their child taking their first steps toward adulthood. At first, everything seemed normal. Evan spent more time getting ready before school, checking his hair twice instead of once, picking shirts he normally ignored. Lena found it adorable but said nothing. Her husband, Mark, chuckled every time he caught Evan spritzing cologne. "Ah, young love," Mark would say dramatically, earning an eye roll from Evan. But things stayed calm, until Lena noticed something strange one Thursday evening while doing laundry. She held up an empty hanger, one she knew had belonged to Evan's favorite gray hoodie. "Honey," she called out, "did you lose a hoodie or something?" Evan poked his head into the laundry room. "Oh, no, Maya borrowed it." "Borrowed it?" "Yeah, she was cold after practice, so I told her she could wear it." Lena shrugged. It was nothing serious. Hoodies were practically the official currency of teenage relationships. She remembered being 16 and stealing her boyfriend's sweater because it smelled like his cologne. It was sweet, innocent. Lena let it go. But the second incident wasn't as easy to brush aside. And the third one, that one changed everything. The next few weeks slipped by easily. Fall was settling in, and although they lived in Southmont, a southern city where winters were mild, cold fronts still blew in from time to time. Thanksgiving break arrived, bringing with it chilly mornings and frost on the lawns. On Black Friday, Lena had to pick Evan up from Maya's house after he spent the afternoon helping her decorate for her family's early Christmas party. Lena didn't mind. She actually liked Maya the one time she'd met her. A shy but sweet girl with dimples and messy hair. The two were adorable together. But when Lena pulled up to the curb and saw her son walking down the driveway, her chest tightened. He wasn't wearing his winter jacket. Instead, he had on a thin hoodie, the kind you wear in October, not in midwinter weather where the air bit at your ears. She checked the car thermometer, 37 degrees. Evan climbed into the car, rubbing his hands together. "Cold?" Lena asked, narrowing her eyes. "Not really," he lied, trying to sound tougher than he felt. "Evan," she said flatly, "where is your coat?" He hesitated. His fingers twitched nervously. "Oh, Maya needed it." Lena turned her head so fast her neck popped. "She needed your winter coat?" she repeated, disbelief tightening her voice. Evan, that coat cost good money. It keeps you warm. Why didn't she wear her own? She forgot hers, he mumbled. So you gave her yours? Well, yeah, she's always cold, Mom. I'm fine. No, you are not fine, she snapped before she could stop herself. You're sitting here shivering. Evan didn't argue, but Lena saw the stubbornness in his jaw. The silent teenage message. I'm not backing down. She took a deep breath, reminding herself not to explode. She needed to think. The moment they pulled into the driveway, Lena headed straight into the house. Mark was in the living room watching a football recap. When he looked up, Lena announced, Your son gave away his winter coat. Mark's eyebrows shot up. He what? He gave it to his girlfriend, Lena said, exasperated. She forgot hers, apparently. Mark set down the remote, sat forward, and gave one incredulous laugh. Nope, that's not happening. He needs to get it back. Lena hesitated. She didn't want to embarrass Evan or make him think she disliked Maya, but she also didn't want her son freezing for the sake of chivalry. Love was sweet, sure, but pneumonia was not. She hummed in frustration. Maybe we should just buy him another one, she said quietly. Mark shook his head firmly. Absolutely not. That sends the wrong message. He can be polite without giving away half his wardrobe. That night, Lena lay awake thinking about it. She had always tried to give Evan space, but she couldn't ignore this uneasy feeling. Hoodies were one thing, but coats? Coats were necessities. Was this normal teenage behavior? Or something else? The next morning, Lena decided to casually bring it up. So, she said while pouring cereal, do you think maybe you should ask Maya for your coat back? You need it this winter. Evan stiffened. I can't just take it back, Mom. Why not? It's your coat. She likes it, and she gets cold easily. I'm fine. You say that, but yesterday, Mom, please, he interrupted, defensive. Don't make it weird. She's not keeping it, just borrowing it. Lena paused. The guilt in his voice told her everything. He didn't want to ask for it back. Or maybe he was afraid to. She softened her tone. Sweetheart, you're not in trouble. I'm just making sure you're not uncomfortable. I'm not, he said, though he clearly was. Lena didn't push. She would ask again later, carefully. For now, she had to trust that Evan wasn't being taken advantage of. Maya seemed like a good kid. Maybe she just really liked oversized coats. But 2 days later, something else happened. Something Lena couldn't ignore. It was Monday afternoon when Lena walked past Evan's room to collect laundry. His door was slightly open. She knocked, then stepped inside. Evan was sitting on the edge of his bed, staring at his phone with a tense expression she had never seen before. Not sad, not angry, something else. A quiet panic. Everything okay? Lena asked gently. He jumped. Yeah. You sure? Yep. His voice cracked slightly. Lena's mother instincts kicked in. Evan, she said softly, sitting on the chair beside his bed. Talk to me. He swallowed hard. It's nothing bad, it's just... Maya asked if she could borrow another jacket. Lena blinked. Another one? He nodded. But she still has your winter coat? Yeah. And now she wants another jacket? Evan didn't answer. He looked uncomfortable, like he was torn between wanting to please his girlfriend and wanting to keep his things. Lena tried to stay calm, but a knot formed in her stomach. Something wasn't right. She asked carefully, "Does Maya return your clothes?" "Sometimes," he muttered. "Sometimes? Not always?" Lena took a deep breath. "Sweetheart, it's okay to set boundaries. Even with someone you care about, you need your clothes, especially your coat." Evan didn't reply. Lena realized he wasn't ignoring her. He genuinely didn't know what to do. That evening, Lena discussed it again with Mark. "I don't think he can ask her himself," she said. "He's embarrassed." Mark sighed. "Then we need to handle it before it gets worse." "But how without making Evan feel attacked?" Mark rubbed his forehead. "Maybe tell him he can blame us. My parents said I have to wear my coat," something like that. Lena considered it. That could work. But before she got the chance to speak to Evan again, something unexpected happened. The following Wednesday, Evan was getting ready for school. He came downstairs wearing an old torn jacket he never wore because the zipper was broken. "Oh no," Lena said. "Absolutely not. You're not going to school in that." "It's fine," Evan said quickly. "I'll be inside most of the day." "No, you're not walking to school freezing." "I'm fine, Mom, really." "You're not fine, Evan. You're shivering." He clenched his jaw. "It's not a big deal. Maya needs the warm one more than I do." Lena stared at him, heart sinking. How had things gotten this far? She put her hand on his shoulder. "Evan, sweetheart, this isn't about being nice. It's about you taking care of yourself." He looked down. His voice was barely a whisper. "She gets anxious when she's cold. I don't want her feeling bad." Lena exchanged a troubled look with Mark, who had been listening from the kitchen doorway. Mark stepped forward. "Son, I need you to understand something. Helping people is good, but letting someone take advantage of you, intentionally or not, isn't." Evan frowned. "She's not taking advantage. She just needs it." "How do you know she needs it more than you do?" Mark asked gently. Evan didn't answer. Lena felt her heart twist. Evan wasn't trying to be foolish. He was trying to be kind. But kindness without limits could hurt him. Something had to change. And soon. They just didn't realize how quickly things would escalate. That afternoon, Lena got a call from Maya's mother. It was the last thing she expected. "Hi, Mrs. Andrews," said a voice on the line. "This is Rachel, Maya's mom. I hope I'm not bothering you." Lena smiled politely. "Not at all. Is everything okay?" "Well, I'm calling because I wanted to ask something. It might sound a bit strange." Lena's pulse quickened. "Go ahead." "I just wanted to confirm. Did Evan give Maya a winter coat? A black one with a silver zipper?" Lena froze. "Yes," she said slowly. "He did. Why?" There was a silence. Then Rachel spoke carefully. "I was asking because Maya told me she bought it at the mall." Lena's heart dropped. Bought it? Why would Maya lie? Rachel continued. "I thought it looked too big to be her size, so I asked about it. She insisted she paid for it herself. But then I found Evan's name written in the inside tag." Lena's stomach twisted. This wasn't innocent anymore. "I wanted to make sure Evan wasn't missing it," Rachel added. "I don't want my daughter taking things without permission." "Yes," Lena said, voice tight. "He is missing it, and I've been asking him to get it back." "I see," Rachel said softly. "Thank you for telling me. I'll talk to her." When the call ended, Lena sat on the couch, stunned. Not angry, not yet, just shocked. She'd assumed Maya was simply a forgetful teenager who loved wearing oversized clothes. But lying about where she got the coat? That was different. That hinted at something deeper. And Lena had no idea this was only the beginning. That evening, Evan came home looking tense. He avoided her eyes and went straight to his room. Something was wrong. Lena gently knocked on his door. "Hey, wanna talk?" Evan sighed heavily. "You talked to Maya's mom." The words hit Lena like a slap. She hadn't expected Rachel to confront Maya so quickly. "I didn't mean to embarrass you," Lena said softly. "I was just trying to understand what was going on." Evan rubbed his face. "She got upset. She said I made her look bad." She was crying. Lena felt a mix of sympathy and frustration. She was crying because you needed your own coat back? "It's not that simple," Evan said sharply. "Then explain it to me." He finally looked up at her, eyes full of confusion, fear, and something like guilt. "Maya told me she doesn't have a good coat. Her mom won't buy her one because they're short on money. She said she gets made fun of at school for wearing old jackets." Lena's heart softened, but only for a moment, because none of that explained the lie. "So she told you that?" Lena began slowly. "But told her mom she bought your coat at the mall?" Evan opened his mouth, then closed it again. He didn't know. He hadn't known the truth at all. Lena sat beside him, her voice gentle. "Sweetheart, it sounds like Maya's struggling with something. That doesn't mean you have to give away everything you own." Evan sniffed, frustrated. "I just wanted to help." "I know," Lena whispered. "And that's why you're such a good kid. But even good people can get hurt when they aren't careful." He stared at the floor. "I don't want her to be mad at me." "She won't be mad if she cares about you," Lena said softly. "If she does get mad, then that's something we need to talk about too." Evan didn't reply, and Lena knew this situation wasn't over. Not by a long shot. Because Maya was hiding something. And soon, everyone would find out exactly what. Evan didn't sleep much that night. Lena could tell. She heard him pacing in his room long after midnight, the soft creak of the floorboards giving away his restlessness. When morning arrived, the entire house felt heavy with unspoken tension. Even the air seemed colder, as though the winter had crept in prematurely. Not from outside, but from the situation growing inside their home. Lena made pancakes, hoping the familiar smell might coax a conversation out of Evan. He sat at the table, poking at his food, barely touching it. "You didn't sleep," Lena said gently. "I'm fine," he muttered. Mark cleared his throat. "Son, fine people don't look like they fought a bear in their dreams." Despite everything, Evan let out the smallest laugh, but it fading quickly, replaced by a deep frown. She said her mom embarrassed her," he whispered. "She said I shouldn't have let you guys get involved." Lena exchanged a quick look with Mark. The words were concerning, manipulative even, but she didn't want to push Evan too harshly. "Sweetheart," Lena began softly, "we weren't trying to get involved. Rachel called me." Evan's head snapped up. "She called you?" "Yes," Lena said honestly. "She was asking where the coat came from, because Maya told her she bought it at the mall." Evan winced, the truth hitting him harder now that he heard it again. "She lied," he whispered. "Why would she lie about that?" "That," Mark said carefully, is what we need to figure out. Evan rubbed his face. I'm going to talk to her at school. I need to hear her side. Lena nodded. That's fair. Just be honest with her. Don't let fear make decisions for you. He nodded tightly, grabbed his bag, and left for the bus stop, wearing the same torn jacket as yesterday. Lena watched him leave, worry sinking deeper into her stomach. Hours passed with agonizing slowness. Every time Lena looked at the clock, she felt another twist of anxiety. When Evan finally walked through the front door after school, Lena immediately sensed something had happened. His face was blank, too blank. The kind of blank teenagers use when they're trying desperately not to cry. Lena stepped forward. Evan, honey, what happened? He dropped his backpack on the floor and sat heavily on the couch. Can we just sit for a minute? Of course. Lena sat beside him, Mark quietly joining on the other side. Evan took a shaky breath. I talked to Maya. And? Mark asked softly. She said her mom is strict. Really strict. She said if her mom knew she needed a new coat, she'd think Maya was being dramatic. She said her mom doesn't understand her. That's why she didn't say anything. Lena frowned. But that still doesn't explain why she said she bought it. Evan swallowed. Maya said she panicked. She didn't want her mom questioning her. She said it was easier to lie. And the other jacket she wanted? Lena asked. Oh, she said she was joking about that. Evan whispered. Joking? Lena doubted it. Then things got weird, he added quietly. Lena tensed. Weird how? She said I should have defended her to her mom. And she said, if I loved her, I wouldn't make such a big deal out of it. Lena's heart sank. There it was, the emotional guilt. Evan, she said carefully. That's not how healthy relationships work. I know, he whispered. But she looked so upset. I don't know what to think. Mark leaned forward. Son, being upset doesn't make someone right. And it doesn't mean you must give away your stuff. Evan stared at the floor. Lena gently placed her hand on his. What do you feel? He hesitated. Then, I feel like I can't tell if she likes me or if she's using me. The words cracked slightly, his voice betraying his hurt. Lena's chest ached. This wasn't about a coat anymore. This was about trust, boundaries, and a boy trying to figure out what real affection looked like. Did she give it back? Lena asked carefully. Evan shook his head. She said she needs it for now. For now? Mark repeated, incredulous. Evan shrugged helplessly. I didn't know what to say. Lena took a deep breath. Okay, we're going to handle this step by step. You don't need to face this alone. Evan nodded, tired and defeated. But things were far from over, because the next day brought a twist none of them saw coming. On Thursday morning, the doorbell rang at 7:40 a.m., far earlier than any normal visitor would show up. Lena, confused, opened the door. Standing on the porch was Rachel, Maya's mother. She looked uncomfortable, clutching her purse tightly. Mrs. Andrews, she said, I'm sorry for coming unannounced, but I thought it was important. Lena blinked. Oh, please, come in. Rachel stepped inside, glancing around nervously. I hope Maya didn't cause trouble yesterday. Lena hesitated. She and Evan had a difficult conversation. Rachel sighed heavily, like someone carrying a weight for too long. I need to explain something, she said quietly. Something I probably should have explained earlier. Lena motioned for her to sit. Mark came downstairs, sensing the tension immediately. Rachel took a deep breath. Maya has anxiety issues, severe ones, and she also struggles with collecting things. Lena frowned. Collecting? Yes, borrowing, taking, keeping souvenirs. She gets emotionally attached to physical objects. It's part of her coping mechanism. Her therapist calls it transitional attachment. She's been working on it, but it's not easy. Lena felt a small shock ripple through her. This wasn't what she expected. She doesn't mean to be manipulative, Rachel continued. She associates certain objects with safety, warmth, comfort. When she gets close to someone, she wants to keep something of theirs, something that smells like them, feels like them. It makes her feel rooted. Lena exchanged a glance with Mark. So she didn't want the coat because she needed it for warmth? Lena asked slowly. Rachel shook her head. No, she wanted it because it belonged to him. Lena exhaled slowly. Everything was beginning to make sense, and yet it also raised deeper concerns. Rachel added softly, she shouldn't have lied. I'm going to talk to her again. But please understand, she's not trying to hurt Evan. She's just struggling. Lena nodded slowly. I appreciate you telling us. Rachel reached into her purse and pulled out the coat. Lena felt a wave of relief wash over her. I made her give it back, Rachel said. She wasn't happy, but she needs to learn that other people's belongings aren't emotional support tools. Lena took the coat, and for a moment, no one spoke. I'm truly sorry, Rachel whispered. I know this must have been very confusing for Evan. We just want both kids to be okay, Lena said honestly. Rachel nodded gratefully, then headed for the door. As she walked out into the cold morning air, Lena felt an overwhelming mix of sympathy and worry. Not only for Evan, but for Maya too. But most of all, she worried about the emotional tangle her son had wandered into without understanding the full picture. And unfortunately, the day wasn't done unraveling. When Evan returned from school that afternoon, Lena met him at the door holding his coat. His eyes widened. You got it back? Yes, Maya's mom brought it. Evan took it slowly, staring at the familiar fabric like it had returned from a long journey. We need to talk, Lena said gently. Maya's mom told us something important. They sat, and Lena explained everything Rachel had told her. Maya's anxiety, the attachment issues, the emotional dependency, the collecting behavior. Evan listened silently, expression shifting from confusion to understanding to sadness. So she wasn't doing it to be selfish? He whispered. No, Lena said. But that doesn't mean the situation was okay. Evan nodded. So what do I do now? Lena placed a hand on his shoulder. You decide what's good for you, what's healthy. You can still care about Maya, but you need boundaries. He nodded again, slower this time. That night, Evan texted Maya. Lena didn't pry, but she could tell from the pacing footsteps upstairs and the long silences that the conversation was emotional. When he finally came downstairs, his eyes were red. You okay? Lena asked. He nodded weakly. I told her we need to take a break. Lena's heart squeezed. I'm sorry, sweetheart. She cried, Evan whispered. A lot. And part of me wanted to say, never mind. But I think it was the right thing. It was. Mark said softly. Evan looked at his coat again, now folded neatly beside him. It feels weird, he admitted. I wanted to help her, but I can't fix everything. No one expects you to, Lena said gently. That's not your responsibility. Evan leaned his head on Lena's shoulder, something he hadn't done in years. I feel bad, he whispered. Feeling bad doesn't mean you did the wrong thing, Lena replied. It means you care, and caring is good. Evan didn't answer, but he didn't need to. His silent acceptance was enough. The house felt warmer that night, not because the heater was on, but because the confusion and fear had finally settled. The truth was out. The coat was back. Boundaries were drawn. But still, Lena couldn't shake the feeling that life had just taught her son a lesson he'd never forget. A lesson about love, about kindness, about the importance of protecting your own well-being. And as she hugged him goodnight, she whispered a quiet thought to herself. Sometimes growing up means learning that compassion has limits, and that you're allowed to keep yourself warm, even if someone else is cold. Before we wrap up, if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. You'll help us reach more viewers who love dramatic, emotional stories just like this one.